Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday morning at the FAI World Championship, and today's feature story will be for the HayaBusa fans. They just arrived from breakfast, I guess, in the Liptov arena where all the preparations are taking place, and we'll see how they will be doing today and follow them around with their preparations and procedures. So it begins, like for most other teams here, after breakfast. First with a greeting of Arizona airspeed. We're also preparing for round one, of course. And then it goes to the coffee shop, as it seems. Some more greetings. It's easy to find the HayaBusa guys. It will be a lot easier than yesterday. The red is hard to miss. Coffee time has been successfully completed. Now let's compare it with, let's see how much time HayaBusa is spending on the creepers compared to airspeed, who we saw yesterday. There comes Mr. David. He is very busy with coaching actually at the event. But I guess his team survives these days. Without his input, he has probably already given all the input that there is from one insight center to the next one. Well, this creeping session didn't last very long. I guess most of the work was already done yesterday. HF Flying Circus is quickly taking over. Again, not that easy to get on the creep. Well, right now there are plenty available. Most of the work is surely done the night before, the day before. Wow, I guess HayaBusa is picking up the dirt diving pace. Almost faster than in the flying chamber. And the language is English still. That was one of the quickest, so far, one of the quickest creeping dirt dive sessions that I have seen. At least here. Taiwas used to skip the creeping at all. And they spent probably 1 minute or 2 minutes. But again, seriously, this is the morning of the competition day. So the work was done yesterday at the end of after the end of round 8. Former world champion teammate Roy Jensen is greeting the team. And Dennis is picking up his coffee again. Dennis Neil Willems is the young man there with a hat, with a red hat.
I don't know who made this video, but it has my eye on it.
There's Mikhail and Bob Giron. And David is back in too. Mr. Reagan begins to do his work on the live screen there, or in the live streaming. Roy is back with his NFTO job, who are having a good fight with XPG4. Airspeed also done with their handing over the creepers to XPG4. Friends. And HayaBusa is still in the chatting mode. Okay, so Coach David was just calling his team back into action. So there's now some dirt diving happening again. David, you are a busy man.
But it's day 3 and it's almost done. So it's a half day of work and then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then it's been a year of hard work, leading into this, peaking into this, and then it's a half more day, and then I hope everybody was happy.
And then most of the work was already done yesterday, I guess, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
After the end of the day, or how do you organize?
So I have a
work?
schedule and it's quite tight. It starts with actually being here on time in the morning, 7:15ish, and then it's just one team after the other one, creeping, looking at them when they're walking, and then when that's done, the next one on the creepers. So
Yeah.
it's quite tight, I have to say. We're working with 6 teams.
But end of the day, for the team, I mean, let's say the HayaBusa work that is happening for the next day, it's all probably by the end of the day.
So
right?
after the last jump, everybody comes back here. We walk the next jumps, and then it's just a refreshment the day after.
So what we are seeing there is really just kind of chatting.
Well, no, I mean, I
things.
missed the creeping session because I was almost there. Then I got like sucked out of it.
Oh,
so I missed that, and I just asked them to have that I can look at it, because I think there are some tips that I can still give. And so now I just asked, like, hey, when you put it back on the creepers, yell at me, so that they can come and watch, because sometimes details do matter, and that outside point of view is what a coach is what you want actually from a coach. And since the coach is not here, I'm glad to help out.
Do you want to see? I can show you how much they did on the creepers.
No.
You know how much it was?
Yeah. Very little. I
Maybe
presume.
a minute,
Yeah,
but I'm not quite
little.
sure.
Yeah, very little.
So we'll look at this later.
No,
again.
so I'll definitely put them on the creepers.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Dave. Fun. Where did they go now? So they had a chance. Oh, here in that corner. That seems to be the HayaBusa corner. At least Neil is still here. Oh, there's Dennis. So everybody moves around again a little bit. And we'll resume later. Mike, Sylvie, HayaBusa's outside center is joining airspeed members here for a little bit of hacky sack. A game that used to be very popular in the older days. Don't see much of that anymore, but here they are. I guess it comes from the ranch where Chris and Joey grew up. Let's ask him. Hey, did you bring this from the ranch? Is that a ranch thing, the hacky sack?
You know what this is. Good morning, NSL.
Look at how good they are. Nice, well, it's good. So it must have been practice for a while.
It's community college.
Mike, that's tough to keep up with them, right? They're well trained and come show a little bit. All right.
I don't know, he's got something. That's some magic.
So I was the goalkeeper actually. So I can only catch ball by hand.
We are waiting for HayaBusa to continue with their stuff. We see Sophia Pécou here of the French team with a special stretching exercise. Is this a special shoulder exercise for your? Yeah. Sophia had dislocated her shoulder at the World Meet in 2016, and she has special exercises for strengthening her shoulders. There you go. Oh, interesting. And behind that, there's a. Hey Matthew, did you pick this? Did you bring the flag, or did you pick the place according to the flag?
I don't know, the fans brought it here.
The fans brought it here. Okay, so it was not the host setting it up here. You set it up.
We set it up.
You set it up. Okay. Where's the fun flag then? Should fly right next to it. Yeah. All right, we are back at work now. This was under the supervision of David now, although he looks pretty comfortable there too in his chair. But it seems like all the teams are heading over now. HayaBusa will be a little bit later. Take a look at the German forward team that created a lot of talking here, because they have taken the 5th place behind the 4 medal contenders. And have hardly any opposition there. They're looking at the Qatar Tigers for competition. HayaBusa now getting closer to their turn of heading over to the Liptov Arena. David and Roy, world champion teammates of 2014, are chatting. Both of them very busy coaches here. And guys, Roy, hi, good morning, Roy.
It's okay.
2 world champion teammates of 2014. Yeah, the creeping is done. You did a great job. Yeah.
It's okay.
I saw you were really busy.
Yeah.
Give us one of your stories of 2014. You know, I don't know how many people know that you were teammates actually.
Because we were just talking about Croatia in 2004. How special that first world meet was.
You mean the one with the tornado?
Yeah. When the helicopter was on his side. No, yeah. I mean, we have so many great stories actually about our past, and once in a while we just. Like old men do, I think. Because he's now comparing me like with Speely. I'm not really there yet.
Well, he has a point there, David. All right, I'm going to move over now.
Enjoy.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous here. Very dangerous. All right, HayaBusa moving over to... And they don't give me any attention and all that because I want to avoid the French destiny, right? I always tell the teams just to ignore me when I'm doing this kind of thing.
I cannot ignore you, Kurt.
Oh, thanks, Dennis. Well, it happens. I don't know if it's the nature of we are not used to, that the teams are not used to getting this kind of, you know, the other athletes in other sports, it's totally normal for them. maybe I'm really partially responsible if it's a bad day or so. Not with you, I know that, but
you have to learn to deal with it, Kurt.
Yeah.
Don't get any media attention. The sport will not grow.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really media. I don't really see myself as media. I'm just having fun chatting with you guys and filming it or seeing what you're doing. Actually, the whole background is only because I love to see people doing the things that I would like to do. All right. Well, I'll let you go now. You really, even you, Dennis, probably have to think about the jump a little bit.
Have to prepare a little bit the heads.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a great day. And now really ignore me.
Thank you, Kurt.
And we are on the way from the Liptov Arena, as we've seen it a few times, to the hurricane factory of Tatralandia. And then obviously that's at the end of the lineup. HayaBusa will be moved now from the second last team to they are to the third last, I believe, because they changed the starting order. Airspeed is taking over now the conclusion of a round, and they will probably follow us. The German team that has been walking right ahead of us here, Deutschland, also had a main change in the starting order, moving up or behind. Airspeed turning to the right, Germans turn to the left, and now we are back in the line of teams here near the entrance, and that's where HayaBusa is hanging out here too, together with the Qatar Tigers. Logically at the end of the line as the last team, now third last team in the order. We're still missing the French team. Those are the teams leaving the flying chamber. The Swiss team who we just saw in there. Go ahead, it's fine. Friends have arrived. The greetings. Monsieur Stéphane Matouni doing the same thing that I'm doing for his French team. Bonjour. And Grauwitz walking by, another teammate of the 2014 lineup, who we just saw there with David and all the retired HayaBusa members. Roy Jensen, David Grauwitz, Andy Grauwitz, we all saw them today. Busy people with coaching. We have moved up in the line, and now the atmosphere is becoming a little bit more serious, more collected here. This part of the line. Step by step, actually, you're moving closer to the flying chamber. Now the German team is coming, which is the 5th place. There's the FlyX, the Italian team. Arianna De Benedetti back in action. Let's see if we can sneak a peek here, see what's going on in the chamber in the meantime. Out of the blue doing that round 9. More round 9 action happening. The edge of flying circus getting ready there. Entering the chamber in a minute or two. Spanish team from here in the chamber, flying circus moving in. Norway leaving the chamber, we just saw them flying. Moving up the line. Now we are in the middle of the battle for the 6th place. Echo Chamber from Sweden, of course, a part of that. Okay, so now we are actually sitting here in the final perfect order. We have the Cutter Tigers sitting there on the bench, who are currently in 4th place, and we have NMP, PCH, HayaBusa in 2nd place. Here's France in 2nd place, and then Airspeed are just walking in. At the end of the line for the first time, they are in the slot where they should be. It's obviously the top team in the world at the moment, and they should conclude the competition each round in the competition. The athlete is moving up the line just for greetings and cheers of the opponents and friends. Joey Marshall, Niklas Emman. What we hear is the fan group from Finland. The Purple Maze was just completing their online. And that was only round 9. It looks like they have the biggest fan group here. You got some fans, Matthew? They were all cheering all over the place here for Qatar Tigers. Italy done with their round 9, and I guess the German team will be next. We might be able to see that here now. At first we will have Italy leaving the flying chamber and NMP, PCH, HayaBusa entering the flying chamber. Finally, Germany in action. German Air Force with 3 Bundeswehr soldiers and mixed up with Chris Schäfer.
libéré, pas de pression.
Okay, showtime for HayaBusa in a minute. Friends entering the chamber.
Why don't you have a chair? They took it away from us.
Cutter Tiger is in action. And now it is showtime for HayaBusa. NMP PCH HayaBusa, round 9. Airspeed is finishing up now. They're probably waiting for Airspeed to come out the chamber and congratulate them mutually. That was Airspeed. And here's France and for all women also at the end of the line, naturally. And that's the end of this turnaround with NMP, PCH, HayaBusa and their fans. They will move on to get ready for round 10. And we're gonna wait for some scores here at the Hurricane Factory Catalandia.